Hey there, my name is Pravus. Welcome to more Pioneers of Pagonia. In the last video, we finished up with this Cursed Coast map. I now control the entirety of the island. I am effectively a king. And that's great and all, but I'm not content with this. I want an empire, so of course that means we need to conquer more islands. I will start up a new game and we'll try something that is hopefully a bit more challenging. Foes in the Fog would be considered the next hostile map. I have no idea how difficult these peaceful maps are. They probably have more stringent objectives, but I'm kind of figuring some hostility makes things more interesting. So let's try Foes in the Fog with these weird little bog monsters. And here we are, in another beautiful island. So let's take a look-see. There's some stone over this direction. Plenty of trees, not seeing that there are any boar or deer or anything we can look forward to. So food is gonna be a smidge scarce. Got it. Alright, well, we have an idea what to do. Let's go ahead and place down first the Explorer's Hut. Actually, I take that back. First, we place down some basic roads. Yes. You know, already somehow this map is looking suspiciously similar to the previous map. Seriously, almost the same layout of the trees and everything. It's freaking weird. Anyway, as I was saying, alright, Explorer's Hut. We'll place one of these up over this direction. There we go. And we'll go ahead and place a guard tower up this direction and make sure we claim that stone nice and quickly. And you know, we'll go ahead and place another guard tower over here. Just because we might as well start expanding our borders aggressively. Oh, now the boar and the deer have chosen to appear. Beautiful. Alright, I shall slaughter you all. We will place a hunting lodge up over this direction and enjoy all of your leathers and your flesh. Is slightly morbid, I know. Don't judge me too harshly. Okay, we also, of course, need to start chopping down some trees. Though remember, as we chop down this forest, the deer and the boar spawns will naturally start to go away. Unless, of course, I am completely misunderstanding how this is supposed to work. Let's go ahead and place down a sawmill right over there. I'm sure that's fine. Plus a woodcutting hut right about there. Plus, we want to make sure we get ourselves a bit of storage to work with. I think that's something that I didn't do very well last time. Was place enough storage early on to make sure we're properly controlling where certain goods are in order to make sure that it's nice and effective. So over here, for example, I will say only wooden things are allowed to go here. None of the food you gather, none of that nonsense. Ridiculous. But I will place down some extra storage over this direction and make sure that there's always a place to put down some of these natural products. We can be specific about this. Nope, not natural products. My mistake. Plant meal, perhaps? Yeah, there we go. The things that we gather. And then this one will be for the animal products. Perfect. All right, so this is all going to get built up. How much population do we have to work with this time? We have 326. Not quite as much as we had on the last island, but honestly, I think that's going to be completely fine. I'm not feeling worried about it. Now let's see, up in the top right with the objectives, I see we need to befriend some factions. Alright, so there are going to be other factions on this map as well. Great. I will subjugate them and annex them. I mean, I've played enough EU4 to understand how this works, alright? No big deal. Just gotta get their opinion of me up to 190 and wait for a bet. Boom, we win. What else can we work on since I've got so many construction workers just kind of sitting around with nothing in particular to do? Maybe we go ahead and place down one of those taverns. Yes, that's important. Explorer's Hut is up and a-running. I don't really feel like I have a particular sense of direction on where I need to go. I'm not familiar with this map at all. I have not done any sort of play testing, so I'll just kind of let them wander around, all right? You can't tie down an explorer and tell them they have to go to a specific area, right? That's not exploring. That's just following orders. They need to have free spirits or something like that. I have no idea. I don't know. I'm trying to be an encouraging leader, okay? I hear that's the thing to do. Anyway, guardhouse is up, so we'll be able to start expanding our borders, grab some stone production, then I can get more stones, etc. Sawmill is going up pretty soon. We have our staff approaching for our hunting lodge and our foragers' huts and stuff. That is great. We will try to be a little bit more on our game when it comes to tool production this time around as well. I've learned some lessons from the last playthrough. I still don't feel like I'm, worried about whether we're gonna do well. I'm pretty sure this is still gonna be freaking easy, but, you know, I'm open to being wrong on that. And then, for good measure, once again, let's go ahead and create ourselves some delightful beachfront property. Again, I'm starting to think this is looking suspiciously similar to our start from the previous map. I hope there's a fair bit of variation, and this is purely a coinky-dink. I hope so. Alright, anyway, so let's see, what is the game recommending? Forester, stonemasons, quarries. I agree with everything but the forester. A provisioner, yeah, I feel like that's not something we desperately need at this stage of the game, if I'm honest. I feel like we're completely fine without it, but for good measure, I don't mind placing it down. There we go. We'll place that one over there. Going to start working on some of these cottages, and of course, we need to get ourselves a guild hall, so I'll be able to start training up my desired workers. This is not a very efficient place. How about we just place it next to the tavern right up over here, I guess? I don't know. Seems fine. Now, for the woodcutter's hut, I am going to say specifically focus in this area, clear this area out, so I'll have more room to place down all of my buildings. The guards are out here doing their thing and expanding my borders. See, why do you have to, like, get a new crate of these border stones every time and the other ones just, like, despawn? Why not just, like, pick these, like, bunch up right here and then just move them straight here and there? Look, you just expanded my borders, right? Like, recycle the existing stones, guys. Come on, stop being so wasteful. And traffic jams. Oh, lovely traffic jams. We discovered forageable plants up over this direction. Delicious. We've discovered silver and iron. Also delicious. For very different reasons. The important thing is we do have access to that stone, though, so let's plan out a couple of stonemasons. Let's see, one we can place right here, and another one we can place right there, and then we'll go ahead and place a quarry. We've done all this before. And it wouldn't be a bad idea to go ahead and also try to get some storage. Though apparently you can't build nicely on this rocky outcropping. That's irritating, but okay, fair enough. And back to ×5 speed. All right. So now we just sort of sit back and wait for everything to get done, right? What's going on over here at the tavern table? We haven't got any softwood beams. Well, I'm working on it, gosh dang it. Really, I actually ran out of materials? Seems a little bit weird. I don't remember running out of materials this early in the previous map. Did we start with less goods this time around? Honestly, I'd be fine with that, right? Start with a much smaller population and a lot less stuff. Feel like you have to actually, like, work your way up. I could be happy with that. I really would not be upset. All right, stonemasons are up and running. We'll get the quarry going pretty soon. Fair bit of stone nearby. I see at least like 160, 240-ish. A bit more than that. Perfect. Okay, so that'll be taken care of. And when the time comes, the fact that we can't build on the rocks is actually a little annoying. I can't turn this into a proper industrial area. I guess it's too hard to dig a foundation? That's actually fair enough. Maybe we'll just turn this into an industrial area. I'd rather people didn't have to carry stuff a really long distance. That kind of inefficiency just irks me. Hey, I see some orange borders. Orange borders this time. Okay, it is the White Rock Hamlet. Aha! And just like before, we need to explore into their territory until we can find their trading center. Also, where are the enemies on this particular map? Supposed to be little bog monster things, right? Carrying lanterns? Wonder what those are supposed to be. We might need to get ourselves some adventurers this time around. Those seem like distinctly non-human monstery things. If it's anything like The Witcher, that means that a silver blade is going to be far more effective. Let's see. Tavern is up and a-running. Unfortunately, cannot buy any ingredients because the next thing that we know we need to get ourselves is going to be a delightful little market. And the game's going to tell me that I need to have, like, 6 market stalls. I don't know why it says that. It's a total lie. You don't need 6 market stalls. It seems like you only need 4. Well, maybe later on, you know, when they introduce more features into the game, there might actually be a need for some of the other ones. Enemy camp spotted. Where? Oh. Well, these aren't bog monsters. They're freaking bandits again. Gosh dang it. All right, fine. I know what to do with you guys. Killed you once before. I'll do it again. Let's see, how are we looking over here? Just kind of discovering more little pieces of the island. There's a fair bit of iron over here, but that's about it. Lots of little bun-buns. Look how cute they are. I shall devour you all. Perfect, all right. Big lake we gotta worry around. Yeah. Where are the bog monsters? Come on. That's what you all want to see. I'm putting them in the freaking thumbnail, I hope. So, like, you guys know what you're looking for. I want to find them. I don't want to waste your time. Where are the dang bog monsters? Well, in the meantime, let's go ahead and start growing a small amount of flax. I'll clear out some more farmland over here in a little bit. It's just going to be like little plots on both sides of the road. Not exactly like the most efficient or anything, but whatever. I want to be able to start growing some of the flax and get some rope and some clothing early on if possible. Not that I know that I absolutely need clothing. It didn't seem like anyone really demanded it last time, except for armor. But, out of principle, we'll go ahead and get that production chain up and running while we can. There we go. Got a tailor shop, a weaving shed, blah, 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 blah. Could also consider trying to farm it early if we wanted to. I don't really see any advantage to doing some early farming for bread. Maybe for, like, vegetables and stuff, though. But, I don't know. I think we got time before we have to worry about that. The berries and the deer shall sustain us. Oh, we do need to get a wooden workshop. Kind of forgot about one of those. Yeah, someplace where we can start processing some of our lumber into the good stuff. Units are being attacked. Of course they are. Why wouldn't they be? They'll be fine. Oh, another village. Hello. There's a red border over this direction. Okay, we discovered Violet Vale. These are all such very peaceful names, right? What if I, like, went to war with one of them, you know? Is that a thing that's going to get introduced at some point in the game? The ability to literally declare war on other factions and send your soldiers? Probably not. This game does seem to be more of the very happy and idyllic version of, colonization, but I wouldn't mind a mod in the future that lets me be aggressive. Anyway, it looks like we did discover the White Rock Hamlet's Trading Center somewhere over here. Which means I now know what objectives I've got. They want me to claim 70,000 area. That's it? That's all you want me to do? Impress them with the size of my territory. Oh, okay. No, that's fine. We've already claimed 14% of the map. I can certainly make it a heck of a lot more than that. That's not a huge deal. You want to see? You want to judge me by my size? I say go for it. I will not disappoint you. I promise you that. All right. I do feel like we're gonna get hampered pretty quickly though, as far as growth is concerned. With bandits all over here attacking all of my explorers, and by attacking they go, oh, booga, 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 booga. And that's apparently enough to consider that an attack. That's an assault in this land. But we have that in both directions, which means I'm going to have a really hard time expanding any further here. And if my guards keep going, they're literally just going to get attacked, and that's when people start dying. So, if we're going to need some early weaponry, we may want to consider getting ourselves some early coal huts. Interesting, the mining stuff actually can be built on the stone. Oh, that's good. Okay. And a disguised thief just snuck in and stole something. Classic. Oh, that means that there are thieves' camps on this map somewhere too, right? Lovely. Can I place storage out on the stone stuff? Dang it, I can't. So people still have to carry things a fair distance regardless. All right, well, let's think about what we know we're going to need then. Smelting, that's going to be a thing, so we'll plan on getting some of that going. Maybe place down 2 of them. Or at least leave space for 2 of them. And then we're going to need things like weaponsmiths and armor smiths, which for whatever reason can't fit over here. Blocked by deposit, forbidden by sediment. Oh, great. All right, we'll place them all over here. Okay, smelting up and running. Just waiting for material. We're going to worry about iron, not silver. And the copper is in process. Did we find any iron over here? I should get the right thing. Iron. No iron in this area, so the only place I know of any is way out over here. Great, we're going to travel a long distance for this iron. Let's see. Something got stolen by a thief. Nope, a couple of bandits just literally came and grabbed some stuff and left. Good. Look, this is just the cost of doing business, all right? This is the island tax. Until we properly get rid of them, we're going to have to pay it. Let's see. We can go ahead and start working on some bronze swords, I guess. Yeah, sure, why not? I mean, the alternative is to work on things like iron lances, but I don't have any iron. Copper doesn't even need to be properly smelted down using coal or anything in order to turn it into bronze, so might as well start working on that at the tailor's workshop. I don't remember what it takes in order to train up some very basic soldiers. Was it padded armor? Light armor? Might have been light armor for very basic soldiers. I suppose the one thing we could do is just like place down a freaking military academy. I mean, yeah, that would work. All right. Oh, dang it, this tree reached maturity at the exact wrong moment. Now I can't place it. God, these trees, dude. They're evil. Well, at least the miners down over here are doing their job. So we're starting to get all of the iron together. Somebody's going to have to come over here and grab all of that, but that's fine. We've got a bunch of dedicated carriers for a reason, am I right? Okay, so we'll go ahead and place down a military academy. And now we can actually see what we need. Wooden shields and bronze swords is what I was thinking of. Okay, so not armor at all, actually. Right. Well, in that case, hey, wooden workshop. Go ahead and make me a handful of wooden shields. And after that, make some cogs. How are we doing on the rest of our supplies at the moment? Well, first off, our population has ballooned up to 616 so far, so I consider that to be pretty decent. Still not doing great on our lumber, especially the softwood, but okay. We may want to get ourselves some additional woodcutters' huts and stuff later. Stone's looking fine. Not a lot of cut stone to go around right now, but we'll be able to get more of that, and we're doing pretty good on these materials. We're finally starting to smelt up some of those iron bars. Good. So if our soldiers all fail, some of them shall die. Well then, we'll go ahead and train up the advanced variant. Let's go ahead and get 10 regular soldiers. I think that sounds good. I do need to get some cement. Have we discovered any limestone anywhere? Has that been a thing? I actually have not been paying attention to that. Okay, the map just zoomed out a lot, by the way. I think we discovered some more objectives. We'll come back to that one in just a second. So, quarries. Let's see. Stone, stone, regular stone, blah, 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 blah. Limestone. Where would you be if you were a limestone? It's way out over here. Oh, great. All right. No cement for a while, I guess. Oh, wait. Hang on. There's a little bit of limestone up over here. Okay. Hey, quarry, you, for a moment. Stop getting regular stone. Only get me limestone. Okay, so, from the other village over here, the Violet Vale folks, they want you to supply them with pumpkins. Yeah, I can give you pumpkins. You like pumpkins, huh? How about pickaxes and bread? Yeah, I can do both of those as well. And then impress them with our number of construction units. Yeah, they want to see that I'm capable of building massive civilian infrastructure. This really is a German game, isn't it? Where can I set down like a forester and stuff? Out over here may not be a bad plan. We can go ahead and just kind of relocate some of our lumber efforts over here. Yeah, I like the idea behind that. Let's go ahead and move that over here. We'll place a woodcutting hut as well in this general vicinity. And maybe one extra sawmill. Never hurts to have more. I'm just kind of expecting we're going to continue having lumber issues. Softwood is really not picking up. We are behind schedule on the softwood by quite a lot at this point. Have you guys finished training up all the soldiers? Oh, only one left? Okay. And I think, poof, this guy's about to. Yep, there we go. He is now a proper soldier. All right, that is 10 soldiers. Well, we're supposed to have 10. What happened to the other ones? Did one of them freaking die somehow? Oh, for God's sake. Might have, actually. Let's see. We have an armor smith ready to go. Looks like 3 blacksmiths are about to assign themselves. You all know what that means. We make a load of chainmail, and we make a load of iron shields, so I can invest in the best of the best veteran soldiers. And until I find some BOG monsters, I'm going to assume that I don't need any adventurers. Not for at least a little bit. Now we have 10 guards. All right, patrol point. Right up over here. Let's see if we can take out this bandito camp. All right, so what else do we have over here, by the way? Mysterious location number 1, mysterious location number 2. I didn't even notice that they want me to deliver the pumpkins, the pickaxes, and the bread to these locations, but now everything makes sense. Great, you know what that means? It means I have to expand my borders all the way over there. That's gonna take a little while, but okay. Question, did all my soldiers freaking die? Oh my God, they did. Every one of them? All 10 of them died? Oh my God, they're pathetic. You know, I shouldn't be mocking them when they're the ones who are dead, but come on! Y'all could do better than that. Now I have to sit around and wait for the freaking weapons and everything else to get made. Ugh. You know what's going to be absolutely hilarious is if it turns out there are no BOG monsters of any kind on this map. I say hilarious. I'd actually be rather disappointed. But you all saw, like, the picture for this map, right? I mean, are you going to tell me in the last map that there aren't going to be werewolf things? If that were the case, God, I actually would be really disappointed. But I'll bet you they're there. I'm holding out hope. I believe. Oh, and we did destroy a hostile camp somehow. Oh, right. I trained up a couple veteran soldiers and they finish it off. I forgot that I was going to continue sending these guys out here. But sure, that's great. Taunt the bandit, kill them. Yeah, get them. These guys each have, like, individual health bars and stuff. Do they regenerate at all? Look at this veteran soldier go. Oh, he's taking down, like, 4. Oh, this guy's great. Look at him. He just cleared out the whole camp by himself. This is my hero, all right? This guy gets to slay bog monsters later on. It would be awesome if promotions were a thing. They are not, as far as I know, but that would be cool. All right, so this becomes the next big target, another bandit camp. I'll bet you there's another one right over here, because this feels like too many bandits for only one camp, but alrighty. And over here, we can go ahead and turn the guards back on in this tower so we can continue expanding our borders. Remember, we have to impress the White Rock Hamlet. They want to see how big and swole I can get, and we can't disappoint. Let's see, the weaponsmith says they're done, huh? I don't believe you. Go ahead and make more iron swords. I feel like I can never actually have enough. These veteran soldiers do tend to drop like flies, even if they are supposed to be veterans. Veterans of what, by the way? Right? A veteran implies to me a certain level of, like, practical experience. The veteran of a war, you know, that kind of a thing. These are just elites. They're well-trained soldiers. They're not veterans. They haven't earned that right. Do you want to do some farming and stuff, by the way? I feel like it wouldn't be a bad idea to go ahead and just get started on a bit of farming. Farming is fun. Farming is charming or something, right? We can go ahead and start working our way toward getting some wheat and some bread. Everyone likes bread, actually. Funny story about bread. So most of you guys know that I am a fairly new father, right? That's a thing. I've kind of not made that a secret in any way, shape, or form. I've talked about it as much as anyone's willing to listen, and I'm doing it right now. But the point is, my wife decided it would be a good idea to introduce my son to bread. And it turns out he absolutely loves bread. Fanatically so. He will, if he thinks you've got bread, he will follow you around and he will cry and scream at you until you give some of your bread. The guy is an absolute carb fiend. This is gonna be a problem someday, I'm sure, but for now it's dang cute. Okay, so let's see. Some of these crops are planted down. It's not the most space-efficient thing I've ever done in my life, but I think you'll all live. Windmill is going up. This windmill is iconic already, by the way. I'm trying to figure out exactly why it looks so dang good. Is it because of, like, the blue cloth? Is that a cool thing? Or is it the fact that you have, like, a curvy windmill blades? I don't know. But this thing is like thumbnail material by itself. It's hilarious. Come to think of it, there's a lot of games that really rely on iconic windmills in order to sell their games. Am I right? Pretty sure that's a thing. Settlement Survival, I think, does that. I think Foundation does that as well. Yeah, and now we can add Pioneers of Pagonia to that list. That's a little bit weird. I mean, if I didn't know any better, I'd say it's because all these games are developed by Dutch companies, you know? Hence the windmill obsession. But no, that's not the case, so I have no idea. We've uncovered about half of the map so far, by the way, which feels pretty good, until you realize that we haven't discovered any bog monsters. I'm, starting to get a sinking feeling here, guys. Wait! Sinking feeling going away? What is the mysterious little blue flames out over here? Broken tombs! Oh, bog monsters! Actually, if they're kind of out in a swamp like that, it's kind of got a little bit of a Valheim feel to it there. Which, you know, makes a little bit of sense. It's all based on, like, Germanic, Nordic-y kind of things, right? Yeah, I don't know. All right, well, this is looking good. Let's train up a handful more of these veteran soldiers, and somehow we don't have enough equipment. It's confusing to me where all the equipment is going, because I'm producing enough of the armor and weapons we should be able to train up more of these veteran soldiers. I specifically said make 20 chainmail and 20 iron shields, and yet somehow they did not train 20 veteran soldiers. So who stole my excess armor and shields? What happened to them? Explain. Oh, wait. Duh. Thieves. Of course. It's probably their fault. They disguised themselves, walked into the village, said, you know, I'm going to take this really big, impractical, heavy chainmail, and I'm just going to hightail it out of here. And what are you going to do about it? And the answer was apparently absolutely freaking nothing. Whatever, doesn't matter. We'll go ahead and just kill off some bandits over here. Got more of these veteran soldiers ready to go. Go forth, men! Hut, 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 hut. Kill all the bandits! One at a time! In a really, really stupid tactic. It's just dumb. It's just dumb that they do that. Seriously, mob them. There we go. We cleared out the hostile camp. And surprisingly, there's not a second one nearby. I feel like I've always seen them come in pairs. All right, well, problem freaking solved. Bandits are gone. We will see if we continue getting attacked and or having any theft occur. No more iron to be found over here, by the way. Sad face. Well, let's go ahead and delete that. No longer need it. Also, what is going on with this forester? No water available for planting, I didn't even know you needed to have a well nearby. Well, okay. That explains why none of the trees are getting planted down. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a quick well. And already, actually, I'm only 3 hours into this game, and I'd say that the village is looking pretty good. It's actually been about, like, less than 50 minutes for me, because ×5 speed is an amazing thing. But yeah, this is looking pretty good. We've got most of the production chains up and running. I haven't been following the objectives at all here. I kind of feel like I've learned my lessons. I know what I need. I'm just placing them down. The game really wants me to get things like Adventurers Guilds up and running, though. And I guess one thing we could worry about is starting to mine up some silver. Yeah, actually, that's not a bad idea. Let's plan on getting ourselves some silver. There's a small amount to be had right up here. We'll go ahead and get this and then smelt it down, because I am fairly confident we are going to need the silver ore to make some silver shield. No, not shields. Swords. Silver swords, so we can kill off all the bog monsters once these dang things do get revealed, which will eventually happen. Another enemy camp hath been spotted. Okay, this time it is the broken tomb. There they are. Okay, we can only see the silhouettes of these things. There we go. Wait, hang on. There we go. Oh, it's a specter. Cool. Yeah, I'll bet you we need silver weapons for this one. So we're going to train up a load of adventurers in a bit, and that means silver swords. So let's get a mining. And honestly, this is probably a good enough place to go ahead and end this video. So we're up to 770 population, lots of residents who are currently free and ready to go. Our economy looks like it's doing pretty good, running a little low on coal, which is concerning, but there should be more to gather, so I think that's going to be fine. If we want to start minting some of the copper and silver, we could also start building up some wealth to make my soldiers stronger, which I assume affects the adventurers as well, though I certainly could be wrong on that. But yeah. And then, of course, we know exactly how we're supposed to make these other villages happy. We'll expand our territory. We'll give them some stuff once I have expanded my territory. And I know how to recruit construction workers. Like, that's not even really a challenge. It's totally fine. So we'll get these guys. We'll vassalize them, also known as allying, and then we'll just annex them. That'll be perfect. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If so, I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe, make sure you hit that notify bell, and I will see you guys next time.